Department was directive to remember businesses that were friends of the Clintons. That's exactly the kind of pay-to-play politics that she said never happened. And now we see hard evidence, not unsubstantiated allegations, but hard evidence
We
that
have
it took
covered
place.
that story, and with respect, if she were here or Tim Kaine were here, we'd be asking her. You're answerable for your campaign, they're answerable for their campaign. There's been a lot of talk, particularly by Donald Trump, but also sometimes by you, about the accusers in Bill Clinton's past.
Right.
And I guess my question is, voters are trying to figure this out.
Right.
And it's really difficult. And you have claims on all sides. Do you think, in fairness, that the Donald Trump accusers and Bill Clinton accusers, who we saw at the debate the other night that Donald Trump brought, do you think they're all entitled to the same presumption of believability? That they're telling the truth, all of them?
Well, I think we should always take these kind of allegations seriously and respectfully. But in the case of Bill Clinton, Bill Clinton actually admitted to being involved with a 23-year-old intern at the White House named Monica Lewinsky when he was president. Bill Clinton actually paid a settlement of over $800,000 to one of those women.
Donald Trump has paid settlements.
The claims against Bill Clinton now for decades have been quite well chronicled in books and in history. They've been quite well substantiated. And frankly, those women have gotten scant attention this year or in previous years from many in the mainstream media. So my view is that those claims have largely been established through the record of history. But the people need to know that these unsubstantiated allegations have been completely denied by Donald Trump. And we're simply not going to allow this campaign to be drawn off to defending slander and lies. We're going to focus on the things that will make America great again.
Let me compliment you. Everybody says you are a really good guy. You're a really intelligent guy. You're a guy of faith. You have said that you're a Christian first, a conservative next, and a Republican last.
In that order.
And yet there are some people looking at your loyalty on this issue, Governor Pence, and the fact that you say you believe him and you don't really believe these women, and they're wondering if you aren't putting your loyalty to the Republican Party and to this man, Donald Trump, ahead of your faith and your gut and your heart. How would you answer that?
Well, I would answer it first and foremost that part of my faith is I believe in forgiveness. When Donald Trump apologized this weekend to the American people, I believe in extending grace, and I think millions of Americans do as well. But let me be very clear that in this case, I think it's very important, as I said, as a dad of two daughters and as a public person, that you take allegations of this nature seriously. But it's important to establish that these are unsubstantiated allegations, and frankly, there'll be more information that comes out on these things. And Donald Trump has made it very clear that he has denied these things categorically. And for all the world, Matt, I truly do believe that this looks more and more like the kind of thing that comes up in campaigns, the kind of accusations that fly in the final weeks of a campaign, when at the end of the day, the 19,000 people that came out in Cincinnati, Ohio last night, the thousands of people that will be out at our rallies over this course of this weekend, they know that this country is in a lot of trouble. I mean, we have Iranian warships moving now alongside the border of Yemen. We have missiles being fired from Yemeni militia that were provided by the Iranians at U.S. warships. We have radical Islamic terrorism. 2 police officers shot in Boston. We have an economy that is struggling and failing millions of Americans.
Can we go back to this
and
issue
people know
of
we've got to have change. That change only comes if we elect Donald Trump as president of the United States.
I wanted to just end on a grace note and this issue of faith, because frankly, at my church, I think people are truly divided. And when we hear that message of forgiveness and mercy and grace, would you agree that the same measure of grace and forgiveness that many people are willing to extend to Donald Trump, that as Christians, people should also extend that to Hillary Clinton or to Bill Clinton? I mean, what would it look like? What would this campaign look like if all that grace were applied equally?
Well, I think it's a wonderful question. But in the case of Hillary Clinton, with what we're seeing in these emails is a very different Hillary Clinton behind closed doors than we've seen in public, and we've heard no apology for that. When she advocated for open borders in a speech in Brazil, when she advocated for socialized medicine in a speech in Canada, and now when we hear that they were directing contracts in the Haitian recovery effort to friends of the Clintons all we get is silence, all we get is denials. So, the beginning of grace is an apology. And frankly, we're still waiting for Hillary Clinton to apologize for being a different person in private than she is in public.
With all due respect,
And Donald Trump and I are going to continue to speak boldly
these
to the
women
American
are
people
claiming
about this
Donald
challenge.
Trump is a very different person in private than he is in public as well.
Well, I understand that, and let's be very clear. He's categorically denied these allegations. These are unsubstantiated allegations, Matt. There'll be more information that comes out on these in the hours and in the days ahead. But I promise you, this campaign is going to continue to stay focused in the next 25 days on the issues that matter most to the American people: security, prosperity, the Supreme Court, and I think that's why you're going to continue to see tremendous momentum evidenced in these incredible crowds driving toward November the 8th.
You are always generous with your time. We appreciate you coming by, Governor.
Governor, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.